That's the creative process. We don't give enough credit to those folks that dive into the production.
Yeah.
That dive into the lyricism, that dive into the sequencing, all of that stuff. Those are all things that Tyler exudes naturally, and he's just really good at it. And we're live.
Yeah. What's good, people? It's your boy, Icarus Gray.
And it's your homeboy, WordPlay TJ.
And this is the No Rhyme or Reason podcast, where we talk about everything.
Everything for no reason at all.
Happy birthday to me.
Okay. Today, we're going to do something, special.
Oh.
And it's going to be our No Rhyme or review of Tyler, the Creator's Chromakopia. On Tyler's Chromakopia, we're going to be doing our themes, our production, our favorite song, and our overall rating, our arbitrary rating of the album.
On themes, let's just jump off the billboard here. We're going into another album that I think is introspective, but it's like opening your third eye. It's a heightened sense of creativity. See what I did there?
No.
Creativity. But it's like him taking all of those things and like cultivating an album that is the best self-expression I think I've seen in years.
On the album, his mom, Bonita Smith, narrates and jumps in and talks a lot about a lot of the really inspiring things that she says to Tyler over the years. And I thought that was a really great touch. So to your point, there is that introspection. There is that deep reflection that we have seen during COVID for a lot of artists. And he's finally ready to release it because I believe since COVID, he has released a few albums, but hasn't been as deep and reflective as his fans or even passive listeners would expect him to be. Ultimately, the album does have a protagonist. Mm-hmm. It's the Saint Chroma from the opening track. So it seems like that character is a lot more mature than what it has been in the past. Yeah.
And I'm very appreciative of that as a listener because for me, for a very long time, the theming was always they were just the black jackass, i.e. our Future was. Mm-hmm. And he has matriculated into someone who understands perception and he wields it very well, especially on this album, into like, I'm not trying to go all super duper crazy left and right. Everything that I speak on in this album, whether I'm yelling, whispering, whether I'm, using Daniel Caesar with these like gospel like tones, are grounded in his mother's, direction.
We've talked about this before. We're now seeing the maturation of all of Odd Future.
Yeah.
Earl has jumped back into the conversation on social media with a clip of a song that he just popped out with. But we're seeing the maturation of the entire crew turn into adults, and their antics have kept the everyday listener from seeing the depth of their creativity, from seeing the depth of their artistry, and has been a detractor from understanding the true extent of their gifts. And so speaking of those gifts and the extent, but what do you think about the production and his maturity?
Well, coming off of this theming into the production, it's like they were so married, and Tyler really took his production up to a whole nother level, going like from Ratata and Annoyed and the transitions of using his mother's voice the way that he does, like going from Darling into Hey Jane, I Killed You with Judge Judy. Every song feels like a connected story, and like you only can do that if your production is as tight as he has it. This is amazing. And I didn't even know that Tyler produced 90% of his albums. Mm-hmm. Because it's insane, the level of detail. Like, in my mind, I'm like, there's no way anybody takes this much time to craft transitions, beats, vocal stuff. That kind of process is one of those where I'm like, I don't know how he sleeps.
That's the creative process. We don't give enough credit to those folks that dive into the production,
Yeah.
that dive into the lyricism, that dive into the sequencing and the art and the visuals and the packaging, all of that stuff. Those are all things that Tyler exudes naturally, and he's just really good at it. So before we kind of move on to our favorite songs, I really wanted to talk about the rollout, because that was an important part of this packaging as well. But something he did super strategically that was very different from the current trends in music is he released it on a Monday.
It's an artist thing that I wish more artists would do, because the weekend release just leads to quick, unthought of, or not unthought of, but like very low bar thoughts on an album. Giving people time to kind of like marinate with it throughout your week gives you more time to really sit with the album versus being like, well, everybody's off on the weekend.
Right.
Well, I don't got stuff I want to listen to at work. Y'all got to let me know what y'all were thinking about like his rollout, definitely down in the comments, because just popping up a week before, dropping it on Monday, like how do fans feel about that?
What's a song that stands out to you the most?
Ratata.
Nice. Why?
It just feels so fun. I like the 106,000 on me, 50,000 on me. Like I love that part of the song, and I love how coming off of Saint Chroma where he's like whispering the whole song. It's like your first time, like it sets you down because you can still hear him, and then it just comes on like, man, if you hang up on me, I'm calling right back. Like it felt like this duality of, or not even duality, but there was a connection point between how he was like talking about hanging up and calling right back and his intensity on the song. The hook is here, is kind of like the call, but I'm coming right back with another verse. That's my song though. But what's yours?
Mine is Sticky. For some of the same reasons that Ratata stands out. It's very Cypher-esque. You know what I mean? It has that 100 people around the mic, just like gathered to be in community with each other, having fun. It sounds loose and it sounds not pre-planned or orchestrated, and so it's a really great opportunity to feel like you're surrounded by people. And funny enough, it has the most writers, and so it very much embodies a communal type of work, a work that is about collaboration. He is masterful in crafting a body of work.
So masterful, in fact, that it is time for our arbitrary rating.
I'm gonna give this 5 out of 5 flower boys.
I got 5 out of 5 sweaty sweatshirts. We appreciate you guys for joining us for each and one of these videos. Make sure you're leaving your comments, liking, subscribing, that we may grow. Share this video with someone if you think this review is going to be something that helps them. We'll see you guys in the next one. A 1 and a 2 and a peace.